everybody. So today's Monday. That means it's time for family movie night. And this week we're looking at another hidden gem from Walt Disney. This is one of their live action films from 1964. We're talking about The Misadventures of Merlin Jones. So basically this movie is about a nerdy science student in a local college that, played by Tommy Kirk, named Merlin, who is kind of like a character from Big Bang Theory, really very similar, very nerdy, very sweet at the same time, and yet somehow has managed to get Annette Funicello to be his girlfriend. And they don't really go into a ton of backstory on that, but he's at least socially acceptable enough to be able to do that. So that's pretty impressive. But he is always doing all of these crazy experiments. And one of his, at the start of the movie, is he has a electromagnetic device thing he puts on his head, trying to record people's brainwaves with this device. But what ends up happening is it ends up short-circuiting when he's wearing it, and he ends up with the power to hear what everybody's thinking. So it's kind of what women want and what men want without the sexism. And this is actually just for half of the movie that he has this powers. And I think that the first half of the movie is a lot stronger than the second half, which ends up being kind of about hypnotism. And I don't think that part works as well. And I wish it was just sort of him being able to read everybody's mind through the whole movie. But it's still pretty funny. And I think that Tommy Kirk is quite charming in this. And I like Annette Funicello. She's fun. And they basically he starts to hear about a kind of a crime that a judge character is planning when he was working at a restaurant. And he starts trying to kind of figure out a way to show the cops that this is happening, and it gets really crazy and funny. And so that's the part I think that works better than the hypnotist part, but it's still very sweet and very charming and funny. And I think overall is something that the whole family will be able to watch and enjoy together and have a good little laugh. And it's so hard because they just don't make live action family comedies anymore, hardly at all. I was thinking about that watching the trailer for Playing with Fire, which I actually think looks kind of funny. I know most people don't feel that way, but I miss live action comedies that genuinely make the whole family laugh. I think that's why a lot of people really enjoyed Jumanji, even though that one was pretty racy at points. But I miss, especially from Disney, the live action comedy. I think hopefully that's something that we'll get some more with Disney Plus. But this is the kind of thing they used to make all the time in the 60s and 70s. And I would love to see movies like this get remade and not just the remaking their animated classics. Some of these live action films with like the North Avenue Regulars from last week, this one, and a bunch of the other comedies, the Boatniks. There's a bunch of comedies from the 60s and 70s in their live action that I think could really do well with a modern update and be really funny. So that would be very cool. So if you've seen this movie, The Misadventures of Merlin Jones, let me know what you think. There's also a really, really cool animated opening sequence that's the opening credits that's really long and delightful. So check that out. And there's also a monkey involved. That's why the next one's called The Monkey's Uncle. It's actually a chimpanzee, not a monkey, but they refer to it in the story as a monkey. Anyway, so there's a lot of fun stuff here. If you've seen it, let me know what you think. And thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.